check this out. Plush leather seats, wood grain trim, a full colour screen with all the electronics you can imagine, and even 4-zone climate control air conditioning. Audi's Q7 is certainly a luxurious way to go motoring. So what's it doing out here? Until now, when it came to off-roaders, Audi relied on the all-road Quattro, which didn't do a whole lot to impress people. It was basically a wagon on steroids. But the Q7 is the company's first genuine attempt at a purpose-built off-roader. There are 3 models to choose from: a V6, a turbo diesel V6, and a V8, the flagship of the lineup. And while we're out here, we'll be testing 2 of those models. Early on, the roads are a mix of bitumen and gravel as we head north to the corner of New South Wales. Now, rain's been threatening, but it looks like it'll hold off. Well, that's day 1 done, and I'm here in Tibooburra after 400 k's. So far, no problems, but you sort of wouldn't expect it because the roads there are pretty basic for a 4-wheel drive. And if that was going to kill it, then what we're about to see is going to absolutely murder it. We also haven't had a flat tyre, and I don't think anyone in our group has, which is also a good thing. But you'd sort of expect that because the tyres we've got on this car are specific off-road ones. They're not the ones that come standard on the vehicle. Ultimately, that's the weak link for what is a car pretty much destined for a city life. Now, this is my idea of camping. Everything is already set up, the caterers are in place, we've even got toilets and showers. Over the 21 days of the trip, about a week or so is spent camping. It's perfect to chat about the day's dramas and what lies ahead. But day 2 is when things get a lot more serious. I'm here at Cameron Corner, which is the border of Queensland over there, South Australia over there, and New South Wales, which we're leaving for the first time. Now, I'm told the roads ahead can get a lot more variable, which will definitely put the Q7 to the ultimate test. 15 cars in convoy makes a pretty daunting sight, and the more cars, the better chance of finding more things that could potentially go wrong. Well, another day and another 15 Audis are still running, and there's only been 1 flat tyre. Now, about the biggest issue I can find so far, other than the fact that this V8 loves a drink, is the ESP system, which is sometimes a bit too eager to grab brakes on these really slippery surfaces. Oh yeah, that and the fact that I cannot believe still that we've got all this leather and luxury out here. We're in the middle of nowhere and we seem to have struck our first problem. We can't actually open the fuel door. It doesn't matter how many times I press the button, it makes the noise but it won't open. So it looks like we'll be calling in the mechanics for this one. Ah, it's opened. Must have been some dust or something in it. Now, fuel can be crucial out here because basically if you run out, you're stuffed. Today I'm back to a diesel which is getting much better range than all the V8s in our crew. Sort of means we can get up to about 1,000 k's a tank, and the other thing to do is cost. This is costing up to $1.70 a litre. I'd much rather be putting diesel in. And that'll be more pertinent than ever today. We've got a lot of miles ahead. Day 3 starts in Innerminka in the top northeastern corner of South Australia, and we're on the road to Birdsville, which is one of the harshest tracks you're ever likely to see. It's full of gibber planes, really sharp rocks that just want to punish tyres. So before we took off, we had to lower the tyre pressures a bit to let the tyres mould around the rocks and hopefully minimise flats. One of the roughest parts of our journey is through Sturt's Stony Desert. I know how this place got its name. And check this out, abandoned vehicles are pretty common out here. Eventually time catches up with everything. As you can see, in its heyday this thing was probably pretty high tech, pretty robust and pretty reliable. Not looking so good anymore, is it? Now, speaking of technology, our car's loaded with it. We've got as much as you could ever want, leather seats, the whole bit. Out here, they're not interested in that. All they want is reliability, something that'll keep on going. Maybe that's why most of them drive Toyotas. And that's the thing with all this technology. It's awesome when it's working, and it certainly makes a trip like this a lot more comfortable and a lot more enjoyable. But if something goes wrong, I reckon your chances of fixing it on your own are about zilch. And as for finding spare parts out here, forget it. Uh-oh, I think I might have spoken a tad too soon. Now, this can't be good news. We're just driving along, got a warning message on the screen, and as you can see from this, one of the tyres is losing pressure. Now, it's not down too far at the moment, but if we keep driving like that, it'll destroy the tyre. So the only way to deal with this is to obviously replace the tyre, and thankfully, we've got a lot of helpful men here to help out. The roads north to Birdsville are pretty full on, particularly on tyres. And while others in our group got more flats, all 15 cars are still running, and it's been pretty punishing and very dirty work. And this is what it's all about, taking a $100,000 luxury car and climbing Big Red, the biggest sand dune in the Simpson Desert. Now, I've got to be honest, the car's doing it reasonably easily, although I can't imagine too many owners tackling that. But overall, the Q7s have been faultless other than a couple of flat tyres. But we've only really given them a taste test. The biggest test is over there, where there are 1,100 more sand dunes.